Good morning, Uniquely Cindy here. I am out in Chapel Park Cemetery in Brunswick, Georgia. You see before me a beautiful black memorial mausoleum. On top you see this lovely eagle. This mausoleum was dedicated to the memory of our American veterans and first responders. My father and my uncle is buried here. One day my mother and my aunt will be buried here. They have plots beside their husbands, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful mausoleum. I love the black onyx. I like the way it looks. It looks so classy. I'm going to take you around to the side and show you the Veterans Memorial plaque, and then I'm going to show you the First Responders plaque. A lovely, first time I've seen pictures on it. It's got pictures of the family there. Must be, this is cremations on this side. And then these are vaults on this side. Oh, there's another picture. Here is the Veterans Memorial. It says, in memory of all American veterans. This memorial honors all American veterans who, through separated by generations, shared a common, undeniable goal to valiantly protect our country's freedoms. The memories of these American veterans will continue to live forever and wherever democracy exists. The American veteran, forever a symbol of heroism, sacrifice, loyalty, and freedom. God bless our veterans, and God bless those who are serving our military today. As you see, it goes way up there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stories high. Here is the First Responders plaque. Honoring our first responders. And then this is my father. And my mother, where she will one day reside. My Uncle Charles. And my Aunt Betty's space where her body will one day reside. Beautiful, beautiful memorial. I love the black onyx. You can see this is a fairly new cemetery, but it's also very well kept and very beautiful. This over here is a memorial. This is people who are not necessarily buried out here, but their families have put their names out here as a memorial. If you look at the walkway, it's in the shape of a cross, and then there is the stone at the very top with a list of names, and it says, gone from our sight, but never from our memories. I was going to go to the office and see what the story was behind this memorial, but the office is not open yet. In the back of the cemetery, which we're going to walk back there to it, is a little bit of heaven section, it's called, and it is a pet cemetery for those who want to bury their pets out here or bury their pets near them. Got another beautiful cross. I love these big crosses. Then we'll walk over there and look at that real fast. There is one particular grave I did bring you out here to see today, but this one caught my attention. So let's take a quick look over here. This is a big memorial. You don't see too many big memorials anymore. This is the Wilson family. It's beautiful. Whoops, sorry about that. Wilson on that side. I can't read. McNeil. 2024, 2023. Oh, big beautiful white cross in the center. Beautiful, looks like little Grecian columns. And then the other side is Wilson. And then they've got the benches around the cross if you want to come and sit. And then Wilson on this side. Lovely memorial. Beautiful trees out here. It's a crepe myrtle, I believe that's what that one's called. And apparently this gentleman was a fisherman. Lovely etchings on that. Now we're coming up to a memorial now that I want to tell you the little bit of the story behind. And this individual, not this one, but this individual is a Georgia Bulldog fan. Nice. This memorial that we're coming up to now, grave marker, was John R. Stavely. And he was a scout sniper. They've got Guardian Angel written on his tombstone. I don't know if that's in reference to the military or something his parents called him. I'm not sure about that. Psalms 144:1, Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. He was born in 1983 and he passed away in 2005. I love this little marker here. It says, a Marine marches on, my son, my hero, I love you, Mom. Now if you'll see here, you see his helmet, you see a replica of his rifle, and you see his boots. When this young man was brought home and buried here, this was placed on his grave, I was told, and sometime afterwards, this was stolen. And the county, the people in the community, they spent time looking for this young man's memorial. And they eventually found it and reburied it beside his grave. Folks, respect people's property. Don't take what's not yours, and don't desecrate cemeteries and graves. This is a memorial that this family paid for, honoring the service that this young man gave our country. Be respectful of that. But I thought it was beautiful. That was the first time I've seen this type of a memorial with his boots and his gun and his helmet. And thank you for your service. Died awful young so that we could be free. As we go along here, we see more. This cemetery has a good mixture of both gravestones and the perpetual care, where they're just stones down in the ground. As you can see here, this is perpetual care, and then you have your gravestones. I believe there is a limitation on the number of flowers and all, the number of size of your grave markers and all out here. So it's a pretty cemetery though. We're walking back to the pet cemetery. I'm gonna speed it up just a little bit so this video don't get too long. There's another interesting grave right back here. (1974, 1995). Ball player, truck, and car. He must have loved cars and trucks and collected them. Hear our train in the background. We got a train that runs, several trains that run through Brunswick, and we are very close to the tracks. I like the sound of a train. I don't like sitting there at the tracks. Now we're getting into the latter part of the cemetery. So there's not as much back here. Over there is on the other side of these monuments is the pet cemetery, and that's where we're headed. That heart caught my attention. Beautiful. Next week I will be going back to my roadside cemetery series, but while in Brunswick this week I wanted to catch some of their bigger city cemeteries because Brunswick has some pretty cemeteries. There is several more here in town, one going back to colonial times, but I'm not going to have time while I'm here to get them this round. But I'll be back in the fall and it'll be a lot cooler too. Because right now it is very humid. If you'll look straight in front, you'll see a black wrought iron fencing. That little plot of ground is called A Little Bit of Heaven, and this is where people's pets are buried. It's the first time I've ever seen a pet cemetery. But it's very well done. Got the nice gating around it. Beautiful trees. It's got benches. I see a bench. Get a picture of their placard. A Little Bit of Heaven Pet Cemetery. And we will go in here briefly. Does it say, well, that's a doggy placard, so I believe that would be a dog. Most of them do not say if it's dogs or cats, but it does give their years of birth or year of adoption and year of death. These little babies lived quite a good life as age-wise for animals. Buddy, a loving friend to all. This was a new concept to me because I live in the era where we buried our pets on our property, and we put little markers up when we were kids for our pets, and we knew where they were. A few years ago, well, it's been about 2 years ago now, my bird passed away, and okay, there we go, I was too close. My bird passed away, and he's got a marker. My little girl made a marker for him, and he's buried under the gazebo in my property. This one's Scooter, 2009, date of birth, 2024, mama's baby. Our pets anchor themselves in our hearts, and they become very special. And this is the last. Jake and Molly. Chief, he was a rescue puppy. It's marked on his marker. Emma Jane and Sadie. Well, I can tell these babies were well loved, but know that this cemetery does have a cemetery dedication for pets if you're looking for a place to bury your pet. I know a lot of times people who live in apartments, rental property and things like that, they don't have a place to bury their pets, and they don't necessarily want to have them cremated. So keep that in mind if you live in this area. A little bit of heaven at Chapel Park Cemetery. You have a blessed day. I'm going to mosey on down the road and see what other things I can discover. Bye.